Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. Yes, the final countdown of Pluto. So that's why I've played Europe, the final countdown video for you, because we never come back to the same place ever in this lifetime. It is the last kick and I'm going to talk about this today. All right, let's see what's going to happen, and we're going to actually break down Pluto in the last karmic degree, and also I'm going to talk about as well, like Pluto is sextile with Neptune and trine with Uranus and Argos. So let's talk about this. First of all, I'm going to start with a quote. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, and unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. So that was actually all L.R. Nuts who said this beautiful sentiment, and I wanted to share it with you because of Pluto in Capricorn was quite brutal. And it was a major transformation, but it's focused on greed and corporation. And I'm so happy we're going to leave this behind. So, on October 11th, 2024, Pluto going to station direct at 29 degrees Capricorn. And this is going to be a significant moment in history because it leaves Capricorn for good. This is the last time we will experience Pluto's transformative energy in Capricorn for 248 years. So this is the final 5 weeks of Pluto stays in this sign, carry immense power as we face the culmination of nearly 2 decades of restructuring our personal and collective system. As Pluto sits at the anaretic degree, we were talking about that. The anaretic degree, the crisis point is 29 degrees. That is a karmic degree. So it's going to heighten the energy of Pluto, and Pluto station direct tomorrow. So, it is associated with crisis and urgency and final lessons for all of us before it's going to take on to the next chapter, which is his placement in Aquarius. And the Sabian symbol for 29 degrees Capricorn, a woman reading tea leaves, reminds us for the importance of reflection. It is a call to look deeply into our experiences, the pattern we are going through and around over and over again. And transformations to understand the full picture before we step into the unknown. So, mythologically, what's happening over here? And what is the final say of Pluto in Capricorn? Pluto is Hades. And he was not only the ruler of the underworld, but also the keeper of riches hidden deep within the earth. This symbolism is crucial as Pluto reaches its last degree in Capricorn, the sign of structure, hierarchies, and ambition. Pluto's long journey through Capricorn, which began actually in 2008, has revealed both the power and the flaws of the social structure. It has exposed hidden power dynamics, centralized control as well, and resilience, and immense pressure. Just as Hades holds both the treasures and the shadows of the underworld, Pluto has also brought us face to face with the deepest transformations needed in our personal lives and global system. No, as Pluto gets ready to leave Capricorn, it's not just Pluto's work what's wrapping up. There's Pluto trying to Uranus, aspect forming, and also sextiling with Neptune in Pisces as well. And Pluto, Uranus actually is anything to do with sudden, disruptive, liberating event as well. And, something going to shape an unexpected way for us right now. So, what's gonna happen over here? And you know what? Let me show you maybe the picture of the sky for a second. I don't know if I have the picture of the sky. Yes, I do have the picture of the sky. So I want to share that because I just want you to take a picture if you must here. So we have Pluto in very late degrees, and then it's going to trine Uranus, the chaos, the unexpected in Taurus, right? And Uranus actually it's in detriment, and it's also going to sextile Neptune. And they are going to create a mystic triangle in heaven, okay? So we're going to talk about that. Take a picture, guys, and to make sure you're going to understand what's happening over here. So I'm going to stop sharing, and hopefully you did take a picture there, and we can move forward. So, Pluto in Capricorn actually, it's a hierarchy power, which we were talking about. Since Pluto entered Capricorn, the sign of system structures and authority, we have been experiencing a global shift in how power is structured and how we relate to hierarchy. Capricorn's natural ambition combined with Pluto's restlessness transformation has revealed both the strength and fragility of our most established institution. Governments, corporation, social hierarchy have all felt Pluto's slow but undenying pressure, and it was actually leading to both concentration of power and calls for greater accountability. This transit has shown us the shadow side of Capricorn's desire for control, right? Hidden power structure, hidden government. That is the shadow government, guys. The rise of monopolies and the dangers of centralizing too much authority. But just as the diamond is formed under pressure, Pluto presence in Capricorn has also cultivated resilience, patience, and the ability to endure hardship. The lessons learned in this cycle have been about surviving and thriving under intense pressure. On personal impact, the diamond under pressure, it could actually and has been about intensifying the pressure in the specific area of your chart wherever Capricorn resides. And later on, I'm going to go one by one for each individual signs, and I'm going to actually explain how could it turn out for you the last kick, because it's going to be very powerful. So much like the slow, meticulous process of diamond forming beneath the earth, Pluto transformative power has forced us to confront our fears, control issues, outdated structures in that area of your life wherever it's taking place. Perhaps it was in your career or relationship, or maybe something to do with your health. And Pluto going to have a cosmic push because of let's face it, Pluto in Capricorn going to be opposition with let me see, so Capricorn Cancer with Mars in Cancer, and also going to square with Libra, Sun and Mercury tomorrow. So, and also Pluto, as you saw the picture, the sky picture, conjunct the moon when it goes direct. So it's very, very liberating and transformative, and emotionally we're going to feel that maybe you won't find your way, or you somehow you feel very excited, or you don't know what is going on. Something is happening, but you just don't know what's happening at this time. So let's see what other thing is. What the last word of Pluto. So in mythology, Pluto was not just the ruler of underworld, what I said, but also the wealth and power as well, and whatever is beneath the surface. And right now it's exiting Capricorn. So this is going to be like after years of laboring below the surface, is surfacing to reveal the treasure unearthed by his transformative work for us. And let's look forward, Pluto move to Aquarius, because as it moves into Aquarius, the energy going to shift dramatically. It's a major significant difference between Aquarius and between Capricorn energy, because Capricorn is definitely associated with structure and hierarchy, diligent, and Aquarius absolutely, collective ideas, networking, innovation, and this is the crazy genius. So. And Aquarius is seeking for equality and fairness as well. So this I love about Pluto going over here, but Aquarius is also humanity, and Pluto going there for the first 2 years, the very first degrees, it could indicate some kind of major purging in our lives, right? So it could indicate some kind of natural disasters, or perhaps even Pluto is death, like purging of the souls through wars or natural disasters, things like that. But just the very 2 degrees, the very first 2 degrees. And let's see what kind of influence could happen over here. I didn't go back to history because I already have a video about Pluto in Aquarius, and I'm going to put that in the comment sector below, so you are capable to watch that as well, because I was talking about the historical background then. And it's like what kind of situation we can wait for. But it's going to trine Uranus in Taurus, right? And it's a harmonious but very powerful aspect. This trine suggests that deep structural transformation will be supported by radical innovation and new technology, because Uranus rules technology. And Uranus in Taurus is in detriment, but Taurus is a fixed earth material sign, anything to do with money and resources and the environment. And it's going to bring a revolutionary energy to how we approach finances or agriculture or even the earth resources. This trine between Uranus and between Pluto in Capricorn going to help us to modernize the old system. So get out with the old and bring in the new. On the other hand, Uranus conjunct Algol also, and also conjunct asteroid Gold as well. So it's going to add to this level. And we were talking about that. Pluto is not only power, but wealth as well, hidden wealth. And actually Uranus conjunct with gold under earth mining, right? And Algol also not only beheading and all bad. Algol actually also associated with wealth as well. So of course, it is a notorious fixed star, and it is often associated with loss and beheading and radical shift. But on the other side, definitely there is a possible opportunity to become rich during this time, especially if you have some kind of investment in gold, maybe even uranium as well, because Uranus is ruling uranium and energy stock as well, but gold price could go up. And it is definitely change in economy and sudden change in economy. But I would say uranium and gold going to be okay. And Pluto is also mining. So if we associated those things, then definitely there will be something going on with uranium and gold. And Pluto going to sextile Neptune in Pisces, and Uranus also sextile Neptune in Pisces. So that's how they create the mystic triangle in heaven, the mystic eye. And Neptune is very spiritual, very intuitive, and Neptune also the rose quartz glasses. We are actually delusional, illusional, and we have a lot of compassion. And it's also going to bring in spiritual awakening and healing the old wounds, what we had in the past, what we created during this major transformation, wherever it's taking place for you. But Pluto actually conjunct asteroid Cassandra, Osiris, and Harmonia. So we have to talk about this as well. Cassandra in mythology was given the gift of prophecy, but cursed to never be believed. This conjunction could reflect warnings and insights we have been ignoring, actually. Uh, Whatever we ignored during the Pluto transit in Capricorn, wherever it's taking place, you ignored something over there. So this is a last warning to face it and face head on it and take care of it right now. And Osiris, the Egyptian god of the underworld and the resurrection, it's closely aligned with Pluto's themes of death, rebirth, and transformation. The conjunction with Osiris suggests that this is a time for deep regeneration. Anything, as I said, the new structure going to arise and the old system going to come in. But Pluto rules volcanoes and Pluto rules underworld. It rules the eighth house. Osiris has the same, uh, what is that? The same qualities as Pluto has. Sometimes I don't find words, but uh, and then we might going to face somehow like volcano eruptions and somehow anything to do with under volcanic activity because it's sextile with Neptune in Pisces and Neptune is very powerful in Pisces, Poseidon, right? So yes, it could bring in some kind of volcano eruption and a new earth itself, this conjunction. But also conjunct with Harmonia. And Harmonia a little bit is saving grace over here because we want peace and unity and we going to actually rebel against the war. Because look around, but Uranus is also, but you know what is Uranus also? Atomic bomb and nuclear war. And even if it's trines with Pluto, we also have to check Pluto still in Capricorn and Saturn rules Capricorn and Saturn is in Pisces, which is representing, Saturn in Pisces. It is the underwater activity with submarines. And obviously, there is a tendency over here, or there is an interpretation of this energy, even if it is a positive energy. If I check back to the history, I told you I'm going to put that in the comment sector. But if I check that back with history, then is some kind of interpretation when some kind of nuclear war or some kind of bomb could happen during this time. And this is a T square and it's squaring with Mars, obviously, in Cancer. We were talking about that. Mars is the fallen soldier, right? Mars is weak. It's one to protect its nations. Cancer is, nation of the countries, but it can because it's weak. So there could be some kind of more death or more casualties because of the Middle East situation or other wars around the world, and there is a lot right now. So yes, this is the final lessons of Pluto in Capricorn, and anything to do with because Pluto is the gatekeeper, and also the gatekeeper of the underworld. And Pluto also rules the mafia and the cartel as well. So definitely there will be some kind of activity during this time. Perhaps because it's sextile with Neptune, right? It could be some kind of drug related, fentanyl related crisis coming up again, and with immigration, something to do with immigration again, because of Neptune doesn't know borders and boundaries, and because of its sextile with Pluto, it could be like, because of a lot of natural disasters, it's gonna be a huge exodus of people. Somebody is living because of poverty, somebody is living because of political pressure, somebody is living because natural disasters. This is an exodus for sure during this time. As the honorific degree of Capricorn emphasized, this is the moment to reflect on the pressure we have endured, the transformation we have undergone, and the lessons we have learned. All right? So, definitely, let's see our source of power. And we can rise from the depths, and also we can move forward with resilience, wisdom, and purpose. The final kick, as I said. All right. So, for example, let's see what else I wanted to say about this Pluto in Capricorn. Like, uh, forced career change, perhaps, maybe. Is it? No, it's not. Yeah, for some people, if you have that in your 10th house, but I just going to get my little astrology wheel, and I just going to talk about each individual sign a little bit. So, for example, Aries, rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 10th house. Pluto is in your 10th house since 2008. So, you've been working tirelessly for years, and Pluto's final push could reward you with a major career breakthrough. Let's say you have been in a corporate job, slowly climbing the ranks and enduring challenges and constantly, just showing your worth. Maybe you've been managing a team, working under tight deadlines and spearheading major projects. Pluto's last kick might manifest as a promotion to a high level management position, like become a director or a VP on your department. This promotion could be something you have been striving for, but the breakthrough comes because you have done the hard work, and you are state professional, and you didn't actually skip any steps, and you manage crisis very well. So that's why it's going to reinvent your leadership style, and it's giving you a promotion. Um, you also could go and get into some kind of decision making power, maybe on a larger scale, in a larger business. Maybe you're going to become a mayor, or some kind of, you're gonna run for office, right? For example, chief marketing officer, or anything else, but definitely it's a higher position for some of you. Sorry. But all right, guys. Then we're going to go actually, and we're going to talk about, like, you can have actually a forced career change as well. Maybe you need to quit your job, or maybe you're going to actually get fired, and you're going to go forward to a non-profit organization, or a creative field. For example, if you are an attorney who has been feeling trapped in your corporate firm, and maybe right now you are involved in public scandal because Pluto loves exposing hidden issues, Or maybe you are facing some kind of um, disagreement with the firm partners. So you might just going to be forced to quit or get fired. And at the beginning, it can feel like a huge loss, but in reality, it frees you and it's going to help you to start your own legal consulting firm. And on the end, you're going to be valued more, and it's going to give you more autonomy and more purpose, and you're gonna love it. That could also bring some kind of power struggle with authority for you, because of dealing with power dynamic at work. Pluto may bring these tensions to the surface in a big way. Um, Imagine you are an executive working under a boss who has been micromanaging you and for years and pressuring you, and you don't want to have conflict, you try to avoid it, and you feel actually powerless, and you feel like you are always staying in the shadow forever. But this final degree going to be so unbearable, like you stand up for yourself, and you talk up for yourself, and you recognize your values and your leadership skills, and either you just leave or you just ask for promotion or you just say your words, and you will be liberated by this confrontation. All right, Taurus rising sun and moon is going to happen in your ninth house, which is beliefs, higher education, and travel, guys. And anything to do with spiritual awakening, right? The ninth house is also your older siblings and, long distance traveling, anything to do with visas and foreign papers and export, import business as well. So, so over here, you are completing a shift, something to do with either with your belief system or something to do with material security, anything to do with traditional values, the way you approach life. And you are a Taurus, right? And Uranus actually is in your sign. So it's affecting you even more. The very, very deep personal crisis, maybe with a spiritual guidance, a mentor, and it is going to lead to a profound spiritual awakening. So, for example, you've been working in finance for years, right? And you had a structured, conventional life. But after experiencing a major personal loss, like the end of a relationship or some kind of family crisis, you meet a spiritual teacher who opens your eyes to mindfulness and alternative belief systems. Maybe you were Christian or Judaism or anything else, and right now you're just going to become like some kind of Eastern prophecies, and you're doing meditation, yoga, Hinduism, or Buddhism, right? So, definitely, this awakening could lead to a complete transformation in your values, where spiritual growth becomes more important than material gain. Also, ninth house is publishing, and you can actually publish a major work. Anything to do with academic or philosophical project as well, something to do with book, something to do with a dissertation, like a doctor dissertation or philosophical research as well. And for example, you've been working on a book about environmental sustainability because you are Taurus, combining your love for the earth with philosophical insight gained from Pluto's transformative journey. After years of writing and research, you now feel ready to release your book to the public, and you're ready to be seen and criticized, because when you are once in the eye of the public, you will be bashed and criticized, and you're ready for it. And Pluto's final days in Capricorn push you to secure a publishing deal. Maybe you got an ahead, um, they call it advance. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, sometimes I don't find words. All right. But you can also become really influential in academic circles, and you can get honor roll and public recognition for your work. But also, you are capable to relocate abroad, and especially if you want it for a long time. And it could actually bring spiritual growth, or maybe you are relocating because of you are getting married the second time, or maybe because of you are going to have an education out of your country. So, yes, that's definitely possible. For example, maybe you had some kind of very comfortable life at home in your country, but right now there is a corporate business who want you to go abroad and a sudden opportunity, a job offer, and you can also study abroad with this, maybe in a prestigious university in a foreign country, and you're just going to take it for sure. Or, you might going to get engaged in humanitarian work in a foreign country. All right, Gemini rising, sun and moon, it's going to happen in your eighth house, and eighth house, anything to do with shared resources, taboos, transformation, intimacy, psychology, detective work, anything to do with tax, stock market, bank, and mortgages and insurances. So that is definitely a financial transformation for you guys. Um, it's going to affect your shared resources, your inheritance, your debts, and also your partner financial situation, because it's second house from your marriage house, the seventh house, and that is the finance of your partner. So you might going to unexpectedly, just get a large sum of money, maybe through tax relief, or maybe through medical malpractice, or insurance, or life insurance, or maybe you had a disaster, natural disaster where you live, and you get like triple what you expected for your loss. But also, it could also mean like you definitely have to address anything to do with joint debts and outstanding taxes, and anything to do with the investment losses as well. So, for example, you might inherit a property from a distant relative, and while this seems like a windfall, you realize that managing this estate comes with significant financial and legal responsibilities. You could be faced with dealing with tax burdens, debts, or property disputes as well, or that it can actually force you to dive into complex financial restructuring. Alternatively, if you've been involved in a business partnership or shared financial agreements that's gone sour, Pluto might push you to dissolve the agreement, leading to complete financial reset. And also, it can bring in deep emotional healing for your guys. So anything to do with eighth house, it could be like all right, therapy work, shadow work, spiritual retreat. What is going to be really cathartic? It's a release. It's feel intense. It's very transformative. It is actually, awakening your soul. And it could be also in a field of intimacy as well. So, for example, after years of avoiding deep emotional work, you may finally decide to seek therapy for childhood trauma, or, some kind of maybe sexual trauma in your childhood. And it will feel healing, but at the beginning, when you enter this therapy, it could be actually very, very intense. And also, you're going to end toxic relationships as well, because there could be some kind of financial controlling. Somebody is manipulating you, and you have a breaking point and an intense argument, and you are just like, okay, I'm done with it. This is very toxic. I cannot leave the way it is right now. And you just leave. You are like, okay, I'm done with this friendship, or I am done with this relationship. I don't need to be controlled anymore. Cancer rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your seventh house of relationship, partnership, legal matters, and that is your clientele as well. Definitely power shift in relationship, and If you've been in a long-term partnership, Pluto final phase in Capricorn may bring a significant shift in power dynamic. Perhaps you've been playing a more supportive role in your relationship, while your partner has had more control over key decisions. Now, Pluto may bring circumstances that force a rebalancing, whether through a major life event like a job change, financial shift, or even a health issue, and you will need to evolve. And actually, it could dissolve the partnership as well, but definitely dissolve the imbalance, the unhealthy imbalance in your partnership, and you're going to get empowered through emotional growth. So, for example, if you are married for a long time, in a traditional handled relationship, which is your significant other maybe handle the financial decisions, that is, he could lose his job, or she, whoever is the bread maker in your family. And right now you have to step into a leadership role suddenly, because you require to do that, because maybe the person significant other has a health issue and he cannot or she cannot do it anymore. Also, you are capable to form a powerful alliance with a new person. It could be very sexual as well, and it could be a really deep, intimate connection, a new romantic partnership, but also it could be a really good business alliance, and the person has money to invest in your idea. So you might meet a business partner who offers you an opportunity to collaborate on a major project that has the potential to redefine your career. This partnership allows you to step into a leadership position or take on responsibilities you haven't had before. Alternatively, you could meet a new romantic partner and reclaim your personal power, and which is could be really, really encouraging, and like lovely, and you will feel magnetic and beautiful. Also, there could be some kind of legal issues as well, because of some kind of formal agreement, because it's legal matters, some kind of contract could break up and bring a final resolution, maybe a divorce settlement, a contract negotiation. But you need to claim your power right now, and you have to resolve the issue once and for all. For example, if you've been going through a divorce that's dragged on for years, Pluto's final phase may bring the process to its conclusion, but not without some intense negotiation. You could be called to fight for your fair share in the settlement, pushing you to assert your power in ways you haven't before. This could also apply to business contracts if you have been renegotiating the terms of a long-standing contracts. Pluto influence will bring a sense of finality to the process, but you may need to stand firm in protecting your interest. Leo rising sun and moon, Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn is in your sixth house since 2008. Anything to do with health, daily routine, work environment. This is your house of what is this? Also, rental properties and pets. So, health transformation, significant physical transformation, especially if there's health issues you've been neglecting. This could manifest as the need of major lifestyle overhaul. Perhaps you are suddenly forced to confront long ignored health problems, pushing you to change your routines around diet, exercise, and mental health. Pluto's transformative energy might also lead to major surgeries, because Pluto is surgery, but it is a breakthrough for healing, addresses deeper rooted physical or emotional imbalances. So, if you ignoring signs of chronic health issues for years, maybe brushing of fatigue or, pain, Pluto's final push might force you to finally address these issues, possibly leading to a diagnosis that's prompt you to make powerful changes. You could decide to adopt a plant-based diet or, very, very strict exercise regime, or some kind of surgery. You can go undergo surgeries as well, but definitely you're going to renew your vitality. And the work environment also could shake up. If you were dealing with a toxic or overly controlling work environment, Pluto is going to make you to confront with heads on with those challenges, and it's make you to want to have a change over here. You might be compelled to quit your job that no longer aligns with your well being, or Pluto's influence could cause a massive restructuring at your workplace that forces you to reassess your role. This energy empowers you to take back control over your daily routines and working conditions as well. And, making your work environment healthier as well. This is time maybe to say goodbye to your landlord, or say goodbye to your roommates, or fire a few employees. It could be, for example, if you've been working under micromanaging, from a boss who creates something to do with your work environment. For example, changing the schedule all the time and causing stress and making you burn out. There will be a confrontation, and perhaps you are going to quit and you find a new job which is going to give you more autonomy, and actually it is going to lead you will be respected, and they're going to respect your gift and talents. And also, if you are a person who is a perfectionist or very critical, because sixth house is perfectionism and criticism, you might go into burnout because you are not capable, nobody capable to do perfect jobs, and you control yourself on your own. And, you think you have to have everything flawless. And right now, you're just going to actually adopt more flexible attitude toward to your goal. And for example, if you are a bookkeeper or working with math, or, like this is very overwhelming, and it could be bring some kind of physical and mental exhaustion. Right now, you're going to actually prioritize, like, okay, my health is more important, so I just gonna go to run, I gonna go and have a juice in a juice bar, and my work can wait. So definitely you getting setting healthier boundaries with work, and you're going to be more mindful. Virgo rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self-expression, creative breakthrough. So, fifth house is creativity, it's your romance, it's your children, and it's going to bring in a creative breakthrough. This may be a time when a powerful artistic project that you have been working on finally comes to fruition. You might feel a sudden urge to express yourself in deeply transformative way, pushing you to explore new forms of creativity, or take on a project that profoundly changes how others perceive you. Whether it's an artistic performance, writing, singing, dancing, or you can have actually an amazing opportunity to sign a contract with a what is that, record label studio. Definitely could be as well, finding a manager or an agent. You may have been working on a novel, painting series, or musical project for years, slowly shaping it into something meaningful. Pluto's final kick could be the catalyst for you to complete this work and share it with the world, perhaps through an exhibition, publication, or performance. This breakthrough not only impacts how others see you, but also transforms your own sense of creativity, helping you discover new ways of expressing your inner power and vision. And it could bring in an ending of romance. Maybe you were cheating on your significant other, or just in general, it could be like it's and the romantic relationship not that no longer aligns with your true purpose. Maybe the person was controlling or codependent, and it's bringing you some kind of anxiety, and you cannot have this fear or control anymore, and you have to release it. You might be in a relationship where there's been an ongoing power struggle. Perhaps your partner is overly controlling, or you felt emotionally dependent on him or her. Pluto's final push could lead to an event such as a serious argument or revealing some kind of moment where it was cheating going on, and you get a clarity about that, and it forces you to recognize, this is not fulfilling anymore, and you just leave. But it's also releasing control over your children, because fifth house is children as well, and you might have some kind of control issue, micromanaging your children, helicoptering your children, and the energy might force you to confront your need for control and recognize the importance of giving your children more autonomy and freedom. This could be a challenging time as you face the realization that your children need space to grow on their own terms, even if that means making choices that are different from what you envisioned for them. For example, uh, you have been deeply involved in your child's academic or career choices, and you wanted to guide them toward to a specific path that you believe is best for them. But Pluto's energy may bring about a confrontation or situation where your child asserts their independence, perhaps choosing a career or lifestyle that's very different from what you had in mind. Why this might initiate and some kind of confrontation, or you feel like you loss of control at the beginning, it's going to actually teach you to trust your child ability to actually make their own decision, and allowing them to develop into their own person. Libra rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your fourth house. Fourth house is root, family, history, motherland, anything to do with your living situation and emotional foundation. So family secrets could be revealed for you. Libras, anything to do with, like something what was hidden for you from for a long time, a family secret, and just it's going to get to surface. And this could involving deep emotional patterns within your family that have been kept in the shadows, potentially involving an unresolved trauma, past conflicts, or hidden aspect of your ancestry. You know, some people, it could be like, all right, my grandparents were Nazis, or it could be some kind of very Plutonian, like maybe they've been in prison, or they killed someone, or they could have been drug dealers. It doesn't have to be Libras, right? But or my father is not my real father, but there is some kind of ancestral trauma, but what was not nobody talked about in the family because they were ashamed about that. And you need to heal, you find out, and you are like, oh my God, I have to do ancestry, or I did ancestry and for school project or something, and you just find out, and you are like, what is going on? And then you heal you heal the ancestral trauma with it, if you find something out like this. And your home also could go through transformation. Either you're going to consider moving, or you have to renovate. You might have some kind of disaster, natural disaster, and your home needs a total renovation. But it's also some kind of emotional renovation as well. So you are actually helping your children, your family to find some kind of security and safety at home as well. Um, for example, it could be also working out like you were thinking about moving for years but hesitated due to emotional attachment to your current home. And right now you are capable to let go of it and to go to another city because you're going to get a job offer. And you are like, all right, let's start. Yeah, I'm ready to do it. But as I said, it's major renovation as well. And then you can also emotional healing and ancestral work. I was talking about the ancestral work already, you know, but you can, right now find and explore family roots and, like ancestry and heal your family karma. Maybe you want to actually have family therapy with your children and with everybody, get into it and go with you as well for what is that, for to a psychologist, to a shrink, to therapy. You might feel compelled to trace your family tree or actually dive into a more spiritual exploration of your roots, such as practicing ancestral rituals or working with shamanic healer to address generational trauma, because Neptune is involved here, so it's absolutely possible. Yeah, and definitely you want to create some kind of nurturing environment right now for your family. You feel like the pressure from the outside world is so intense, and definitely you just want to make sure everybody is healthy and safe, and there is safety for your family. Scorpio rising sun and moon is going to happen in your third house of communication, siblings, and local environment, and short distance traveling, craftsmanship, and skill based studies. You can have a confrontation with sibling or neighbor. You might have some kind of power struggle with a neighbor or sibling for a long time, or someone who could be actually a leader, a mayor in your local community, and right now you are just either resolving the issue, or you just don't want those toxic situation around yourself and you cut ties forever. So, for example, you may have been involved in a long-standing, some kind of confrontation or argue with a sibling over family issues or maybe even inheritance. And Pluto could trigger a final confrontation that forces both of you to address the control dynamic at play, whether it's through a heated discussion or external circumstances forcing your hand. This period will either bring closure or end a relationship and, permanently actually cutting ties. And it could be the similar with a neighbor, put boundaries because you have a breaking point right now. And radical shift in communication style as well, because Pluto over here, you have to speak the truth, and nothing can hold you back anymore. And you are actually have no more fears, and you're not going to avoid to face the challenges and talk about it. You are not going to be transparent, and you're just going to express your voice, and you want to do an impact or others and influence others. So you may have spent years suppressing your true thoughts or avoiding conflict, perhaps out of fear rocking the boat. Pluto's final transit might compel you to speak up in areas where you have previously stayed silent, whether it's standing up to a boss, having a difficult conversation with a friend, a neighbor, a sibling, but you have to be honest and direct. And actually, it's going to inspire and influence other people as well. But you can also be really, really inspiring in public speaking, writing, and creative expression as well. And you might going to end a long-term educational pursuit, third has anything to do with craftsmanship or, licensing and publication as well. And you're just finishing a project and it's ready to be published as well. So, you can graduate from some kind of grade school and your work is going to change direction as well. Your creativity going to change direction. Sagittarius rising sun and moon, Capricorn rules your second house, money, value, self-worth. It is a major financial shift in your second house. Your values, your moral and self-worth is changing and going to be very powerful. It's a positive financial transformation, perhaps new financial opportunities, unexpected funds. Your core values are changing, and due to actually financial situation, maybe you're going to have a new job offer or your investment going to go well. It could go also south as well because, it's the final kick, but, definitely bringing in financial and personal fulfillment here. And you're going to embrace the new opportunities because you're not going to have fear anymore. You could be offered a position or business opportunity that aligns with your passions and expertise, leading to both financial gain and sense of personal achievement. Or a wise investment you made years ago may suddenly pay off, giving you more financial security and the freedom to pursue a dream, for example, with traveling around the world. And also, it could be like you are reevaluating your self-worth and you're going to get into a positive light. People going to know about you. You're going to have more material possession and financial success, and that's why your self-worth is going to raise as well. And you're going to become really authentic as well, because Pluto could be authenticity. It's working with shadows. You rather actually stay in the truth and saying the truth than, for example, to be pretend, and that is very, very important. That's going to help your self-worth. And also, you're going to have to let go of financial control. Maybe you had fear. You can be a poor. You could become poor again and lose your money. And right now you are just like, everything is flowing. It's okay. It's okay to spend money. It's okay to flow with, the income gonna come no matter what. I always going to have resources. You're going to have actually a different view of abundance right now. And definitely it could, your rigidity, what you were hold on to, it's like disappearing. You have to trust yourself, and your sources, and you have to trust your gift because second house is your gift as well. Yes, and you will have a lot of adventurous opportunities, which is going to help you to make investment and help you with your future, and you're going to be more optimistic. Capricorn rising sun and moon is going to happen in your first house, which is self identity and the way you express yourself and your company. So it's a complete identity overhaul, in the first house, massive personal transformation that has been building over the last several years. You may feel like a completely different person compared to who you were when Pluto first entered Capricorn 2008. This could manifest as an identity crisis as well. You empower to rebirth. You're going to become authentic and stronger, and the new you going to be very, very powerful and a very beautifully evolved version of yourself. So, for example, you might have spent years working in a specific career or playing a particular role in your family, only to realize that it no longer defines who you are. Pluto's final transit will help you to release this outdated aspect of your identity and step into something more aligned with your true self. This could be a dramatic shift, like changing careers, leaving behind old roles, or it could be also radically redefining your life's direction as well, reborn. Radical change also your physical appearance, anything to do with maybe a surgery, internal transformation, but also external transformation, physical enhancement, anything to do with health transformation, maybe plastic surgeries. This is a new version of you. Reinvent your look, uh, anything to do with hmm, a new fitness regime, a new cosmetic surgery, a new cosmetic, the way, new wardrobe, new hairstyle. And you're definitely going to reclaim your power. You're going to be self-assertive and reclaim your authority and your leadership role and own your power and control your destiny as well. Control, like you are the writer of your own story. And you need to stand your ground and leave every kind of toxic relationship behind, manipulative relationship, and reclaim your authority. Aquarius rising sun and moon, this is in your 12th house of subconscious secrets and hidden enemies, releasing fears, anything which is psychological blockage, anything to do with maybe shadow work therapy, maybe drug addiction, alcoholism, you are capable to leave it behind right now and you will feel lighter and it's not going to control you anymore. You might have been struggling with anxiety, self sabotaging behavior for years without fully understanding their root cause. Pluto final transit in your 12th house could trigger a major breakthrough in therapy, a personal reflection helping you to uncover the childhood trauma or past event that has been influencing your emotional self-sabotaging behavior. Maybe you go to hypnotherapist and you find out you've been abused and you don't need to drink or use drugs anymore. And also, you can uncover hidden enemies, and this is good, guys, because at least you know who you fight with or who you against with. So, some of you going to experience like, oh my God, I thought this is a friend. I always remember Bob Marley's song, like um, uh, the friends, which was like, who the cup fit, let them wear it. Uh, because this is the song what is represent the 12th house enemies over there. They are hidden, they are parasites, they sitting to your table and claiming to be fan, and the moment they can sabotage you or stab you in the back, they will. So when you are actually experiencing and see them clearly, you are capable to get rid of them and fight against them. So, you can actually discover at work or even within your personal circle, someone is undermining you behind the scenes, and you can actually confront the person. And also, it is a spiritual transformation, a spiritual awakening for you guys. Meditation, spiritual retreat, mystical perspective, hidden power through your dreams, dream journalism. It's going to be very, very intense right now. You can go to a spiritual retreat or a journey such as taking a silent meditation retreat, diving into the study of ancient spiritual texts or exploring energy healing or Reiki, for example, because Uranus is energy, right? Or anything to do with frequencies, but you are finding right now greater sense of inner peace and aligning with your soul purpose for sure. All right. And lastly, Pisces rising sun and moon. It's going to be in your 11th house, Capricorn. Actually, your 11th house, and Pluto was here with the house of friends, networks, long term goals and wishes, and gain from your career. And that could end a major friendship, for example, a significant friendship, a connection, but no longer aligns with your evolving values. This could involve friendship that has been entangled in power dynamic, emotional manipulation, or simply outgrown as you have changed. Pluto's transformative energy will force you to evaluate the relationships that have been draining you or no longer support your growth, pushing you to let go of those that no longer serves you. By this might feel painful, it will create space for healthier, more aligned partnership. You may realize that a longtime friend no longer shares your values and you have no connection. You can actually, it's a burden and not a support system. And Pluto's energy just gonna say, okay, I'm done here. Or, a long-term goal have finished. You already fulfilled something and then other mission is arriving in your life. anything to do with restructure your goals, maybe, or your wishes, or changing direction right now because of the direction where you want to go. It's not, the world has changed. The technology came in. Why would you go to study bookkeeping when, you can buy QuickBooks and it's so easy. It's almost like AI filling everything out for you. So, there could be something to do with long-term goals, what doesn't suit you because the circumstances and the world had changed, and that's why you still want to stay authentic and using your gift, and your natural gift, but you're going to choose something new, a new creative field, for example, a new career as well. And you also stepping into a position of influence, right? Because 11th house is also luck. And it's also some kind of gain from your career. And, maybe you are a leader in a leadership position or an influencer in a social circle. And, 11th house is your social circle as well. You can actually build your own community, your own tribe during this time. And it's a really, really powerful impact on the collective what you doing right now. And it's also embrace your inner authority, allowing you to step confidently into this new role. And this is coming with responsibility, but also empowerment as well. So, for example, if you've been involved in volunteering or activism, any kind of community group, over here you're going to get a push to take a leadership position, for example, and inspire others or organize events, take charges, for example, in a significant, project, or lead a team, for example, be a whistleblower, for example. Definitely profound impact on a community, guys. All right. If you loved my podcast, please subscribe, like, and comment below. Let me know how did it work out for you guys. I always like to hear about you, and I want to learn from you as well, because we might going to interpret everything differently, because I told you one aspect or one planetary placement could be interpreted, I don't know, like 20 different ways. So let me know your interpretation as well. Thank you so much to being here. I really appreciate if you would subscribe and comment below. Please be nice. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye for now.